an elderly woman starting to worry that she's getting on in age and might be at risk for Alzheimer's or any other form of dementia that might happen to come her way, sees this ad for Luminosity. We've probably all seen this ad online. She sees this. It makes the claim or purports to help stave off the ravages of old age and what can happen to our minds and prevent things like Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. So she pays the fee and starts using it, thinking that she's taking preventative measures to stop the onset of mind loss, of the loss of her mind, essentially. And yet, studies are showing that it doesn't do anything to prevent this. CBC just showed a study on this, that there's no indication that Luminosity or anything like that stops our brains from, in old age, developing dementia, Alzheimer's, any of these type of things. So, in the case of our elderly woman, she's paying out, probably from her limited source of funds, hoping to help herself from not getting this, awful disease or dementia or loss of her mind. And yet there's no justification for this. There's no scientific backing of this. I mean, I think we all think the idea is sound at face value. Like when you hear it, you think, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, we should keep using our minds. But is there some nefariousness? Is there some deception going on here? Because where is the scientific evidence to say it actually works? Especially when you're charging people money for something that they're scared is going to happen to them. And it's almost like a medical solution in the sense of it's not a drug or something, but if you exercise your brain using Luminosity, it will get better. I'm not saying Luminosity doesn't work. I think I'm one of those people that, much like maybe yourself or others, has looked at this and thought, oh, that makes sense. And I think you would think logically that would work. It's like exercising the brain, exercising a muscle. It's going to get stronger or stay strong, stay young. But the science is saying it doesn't work. In effect, noting that it might be a scam. So, and when you're charging for it, this isn't a free exercise or something that's online available to you for free. Then it becomes questionable. And I think maybe the big question is what the claims are and whether they're legitimate when you're charging for money. I mean, I think you should be allowed to have these type of things online. If you want to, exercise your brain and believe in that, that's fine. But I'm not sure what claims they're making. But I think the perception is that, you're gonna do great things. So what do you guys think? Is Luminosity a good idea? Do you still agree with that whole, like what I said, the initial perception that it sounds like a great idea? Logically, it seems sound. And you would try it or are interested in it or think it's a valid thing. When you're hearing studies that are saying that there's no scientific basis for it actually doing anything, what do you think about, that scenario where the elderly lady worried about dementia or Alzheimer's is paying out good money from a limited source of funds? If that was your grandmother, how would you feel about that? Let's have a discussion on it. I'm just curious. I'm not saying that Luminosity is a scam. I'm just asking some questions here because, as I said, I heard this debate or talk on CBC where they were saying that there's no scientific evidence to support that it does anything as far as stopping the onset of Alzheimer's or dementia. What do you guys think? Leave some comments below. Let's have a discussion on it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon.